Finding love is a universal human experience and a source of joy for many. Yet, despite its importance, some struggle to find their perfect match. Sometimes, even those who seem to have it all, like the famous music artist Elvis Presley, who was married for 7 years before getting divorced after 4, can face challenges in maintaining romantic relationships. This leaves many wondering what led to the downfall of his union with Priscilla, and how two people who appeared so happy together could grow apart. Indeed, understanding the complexities of love and relationships remains a mystery for us all. In 1959, a chance encounter set the stage for a union that would captivate the hearts of countless fans around the globe. This meeting brought together two individuals whose lives were destined to intertwine: the renowned music artist Elvis Presley and a young girl named Priscilla. At the time, Elvis was stationed in Germany due to his military obligations, while Priscilla found herself in the same country thanks to her father's role in the United States Air Force. As the story goes, during Priscilla's journey through Germany alongside her younger sister, a kind stranger approached them. Belonging to the Air Force, this individual offered to introduce Priscilla to none other than the king himself, Elvis Presley. With curiosity piqued and dreams swirling in her eyes, Priscilla agreed to the rendezvous. Little did she know, this decision would forever change her life. The chemistry between them was undeniable, despite their age difference and the vastly different worlds they came from. Over time, Elvis became enamored by Priscilla's youthfulness, innocence, and charm. Meanwhile, Priscilla couldn't help but fall under the spell of Elvis's magnetic personality and unparalleled charisma. Their bond deepened, eventually leading to a whirlwind romance hidden away from judgmental eyes. However, like many fairy tales spun in the limelight, darkness began creeping into paradise. Questions surrounding their relationship status plagued both the media and spectators alike. Whispers filled rooms speculating whether true love could indeed exist amidst circumstances shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Despite the rumors and gossip, Elvis and Priscilla remained steadfast in their commitment to each other. But alas, not every tale ends happily ever after. As the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold, and sometimes even love can lose its luster. After tying the knot in May 1967, cracks gradually emerged in the foundation of their relationship. Discrepancies in lifestyle choices and personal goals led to disagreements, which ultimately culminated in divorce less than 5 years later, thus ending what had initially begun as a promising reign for rock and roll royalty. And yet, questions still lingered in people's minds: what truly transpired behind closed doors? How did such passion transform into animosity? While we may never fully comprehend the complexities involved in this saga, one thing remains clear: the impact these events had on popular culture and the legacy etched in our collective memory. Elvis Presley's early life and career were nothing short of remarkable. Born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi, the music artist grew up surrounded by gospel music, which would later influence his unique style. At the age of 13, Elvis received his first guitar, and soon after, he began performing on local radio shows and talent contests. After graduating from high school, Elvis worked various jobs before being discovered by Sun Records producer Sam Phillips in 1954. With Phillips' help, Elvis recorded "That's Alright," a song that became a massive hit, and launched his successful music career. In 1956, RCA Victor acquired Elvis's contract, and he released several chart-topping singles and albums. His performances combined country, pop, and rhythm and blues genres, creating a sound that captivated audiences worldwide. During this time, Elvis met Priscilla, whom he married in 1967. Their relationship began when she was just 14 years old, and they eventually tied the knot 6 years later. Together, they had one daughter named Lisa Marie. However, despite their love for each other, the couple divorced in 1973 due to personal differences. Apart from his music, Elvis ventured into acting during the late 1950s and early 1960s, appearing in films like Jailhouse Rock and Blue Hawaii. Although these movies weren't critically acclaimed, they helped cement Elvis's status as a cultural icon. Despite facing backlash from some conservative groups who viewed his hip-shaking dance moves as provocative, Elvis continued to perform and record throughout the decade. Tragically, Elvis died on August 16, 1977, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire musicians today. His impact transcends generations and remains etched in our collective memory. Even now, people still marvel at this classic musician's energy and charisma, making us wonder what drove him to become the legend he is today. In 1959, Priscilla Beaulieu, a teenager in ninth grade, had an encounter that would change her life. She met the music artist, Elvis Presley, during one of his stays in Bad Nauheim, Germany. A mutual friend arranged the meeting, and Priscilla arrived dressed in a navy and white seaman outfit, which immediately caught Elvis's eye. As part of her welcome, Elvis played several songs, including Are You Lonesome Tonight? This gesture created an unforgettable atmosphere, leaving a lasting impression on both of them. Although it remains uncertain what sparked the immediate attraction between them, some speculate that Priscilla reminded Elvis of his late mother. Afterward, Elvis shared his thoughts with his close companion, Rex Mansfield, expressing how he could mold Priscilla into someone according to his preferences since she was still young. Before Priscilla left, Elvis made sure they planned another meeting. During this second rendezvous, Elvis kissed Priscilla for the first time, marking the start of a relationship filled with strong feelings from both sides. After Priscilla's fourth visit to the music artist, her father expressed his desire to meet him. During this meeting, Elvis was asked about his feelings towards Priscilla. He responded by expressing his fondness for her, and noted her maturity despite her young age. This response led to Priscilla being allowed to continue seeing the music artist without restrictions. However, both parties chose to keep the details of their meetings private due to their clandestine nature. Despite frequent visits to his room, their relationship remained non-physical. When it came time for the music artist to depart, Priscilla revealed that she felt ready for intimacy. Yet, Elvis declined, stating that she was still too young, and suggesting that they would cross that bridge in the future. After his return to the United States in 1960, following his military service in Germany, the music artist, Elvis Presley, faced a period of separation from a special someone. This individual, who had captured the singer's heart during his time abroad, began communicating with him through letters sent in distinct pink envelopes. The color was chosen by the young woman so that her letters would stand out amongst the many fan letters Elvis received daily. 2 years prior to this correspondence, Elvis had made a request to meet this particular fan in Los Angeles. Her parents agreed under certain conditions, a 2-week stay, and adherence to strict chase rules. Convinced by his sincerity, they granted their permission. During her visit, the relationship between them continued to blossom, despite the distance and limited communication channels available at the time. Even while apart, Elvis maintained his affection towards her, proposing she finish high school in Tennessee with a promise of marriage shortly afterward. Their bond remained strong throughout this long-distance phase, demonstrating their commitment to each other against all odds. After tying the knot, Priscilla moved to Tennessee to join her husband, the music artist Elvis Presley. She began attending the Immaculate Conception High School in Tennessee, while he resided in his beloved Graceland home in Memphis. Their life together in Tennessee wasn't typical, as they lived unconventional lives for several years. During this period, Priscilla became accustomed to the constant flow of rumors surrounding Elvis and his alleged affairs with various Hollywood celebrities. The most prominent among these whispers involved the music artist and actress Nancy Sinatra. Although Elvis downplayed their relationship as fleeting, Priscilla couldn't help but feel hurt and betrayed upon hearing about it. Despite her pain, she made up her mind to stand by her man, hoping to reunite with him soon. Unfortunately, due to Elvis's controlling nature, things didn't quite turn out as planned for Priscilla. As the months passed, Priscilla continued living at Graceland, trying her best to navigate through the tumultuous waves of gossip and conjecture regarding her famous spouse. With each passing day, the scrutiny intensified, both from those eager to know more about her enigmatic partner and the growing number of critics quick to judge them. In the midst of this whirlwind, Priscilla remained steadfast in her determination to support Elvis, even when faced with increasingly distressing stories about his supposed dalliances with other women in the entertainment industry. In the midst of his thriving music career, Elvis Presley's personal life started to intertwine with his professional one. His manager, Colonel Tom Parker, along with others, grew increasingly concerned about how Presley's relationship with Priscilla would affect his career. However, the music artist decided to propose to Priscilla during the holiday season in 1966. By May 1, 1967, they officially tied the knot in Las Vegas, consummating their marriage on their wedding night. Priscilla disclosed that she and Elvis shared a bed for the first time on their wedding night. Shortly afterward, in early February 1968, Priscilla gave birth to their only child, Lisa Marie Presley, approximately 9 months after their nuptials. But how did Priscilla manage to maintain her presence alongside the busy music artist? To begin with, Priscilla proved herself capable of adapting to Elvis's hectic lifestyle. Despite the challenges posed by his demanding schedule, she managed to carve out space for herself in his world. As a young woman, Priscilla embraced her role as Elvis's companion, often accompanying him to movie sets, recording sessions, and other work-related events. She even attended some of his performances dressed in matching costumes, further solidifying their bond as both partners and performers. Moreover, Priscilla demonstrated remarkable resilience when it came to dealing with the constant media attention surrounding their relationship. With cameras flashing everywhere, paparazzi stalking them relentlessly, and reporters eager to pry into every aspect of their lives, Priscilla stood firmly by Elvis's side through thick and thin. This unwavering support allowed the couple to preserve their connection amidst the chaos swirling around them. Another contributing factor to their successful union involved finding common ground outside of Elvis's high-profile musical endeavors. Both shared interests beyond the spotlight, reading books, watching movies, playing board games, and engaging in spirited conversations together. These activities helped balance out the intensity of Elvis's career and fostered a deeper sense of companionship between them. Lastly, despite initial concerns over its potential impact on his career, Elvis's decision to marry Priscilla ultimately bolstered his public image rather than detracted from it. Their love story captivated fans worldwide, offering a softer, more vulnerable side of the charismatic music artist. Thus, what initially appeared as a risky move actually turned into a positive development for both Elvis and Priscilla. Together, they navigated the complexities of fame and love, proving that even under the glare of Hollywood's bright lights, lasting bonds can still flourish. Priscilla was fully committed to her role as Elvis Presley's wife. She shared that she would always eagerly await his arrival at the door, ready to cater to his needs. Her love for him ran deep, and she took great pleasure in caring for him, especially in something as basic yet intimate as preparing his meals. Their relationship was filled with joy and playfulness, leading them to develop their own secret language that only they could understand, allowing them to communicate discreetly, even in public settings. As time passed, their bond grew stronger, and Priscilla found herself pregnant with her first child together. However, their happiness was short-lived when, 7 months into the pregnancy, Elvis suddenly demanded some time apart for an undisclosed reason. This unexpected request left Priscilla feeling hurt and confused, marking a challenging moment in their marriage. Despite the setback, Priscilla remained devoted to Elvis throughout their relationship, demonstrating the depth of her affection and commitment towards the music artist. His influence extended beyond just music, leaving a lasting impact on those closest to him. Even today, people continue to remember and celebrate the unique connection between Elvis and Priscilla, which remains etched in popular culture's collective memory. In 1967, Elvis Presley made a surprising request. He asked for a separation from his wife Priscilla. This announcement came unexpectedly for Priscilla, who had done nothing wrong according to him. He confessed that he needed space due to personal issues he was dealing with, which left Priscilla feeling hurt and confused. During this period, the music artist's professional life also faced challenges. Between January 1967 and May 1968, only 2 out of 8 Presley singles could reach the top 40 charts, peaking no higher than number 28. His once successful music career seemed to be declining rapidly. The reasons behind his request for separation remained unclear initially. However, looking back at his career trajectory during that time, many speculated if work-related stress might have contributed to his decision. Being a legendary musician comes with immense pressure to consistently produce hits, something that can weigh heavily on anyone's shoulders. Moreover, having been in the public eye since the early stages of his teenage years, perhaps privacy and solitude became necessities for the music artist. Whatever prompted this move, it marked a significant turning point in both his personal and professional journey. Priscilla, Elvis Presley's spouse, initially found it hard to accept that the musician planned to leave her. She didn't think it was his way of doing things. However, after some reflection, she recognized his concerns about their baby disrupting his lifestyle, particularly his relationship with his devoted fans. Priscilla questioned whether these fans would remain loyal if they saw him as a family man rather than just a singer and heartthrob. During the making of Live a Little, Love a Little in 1968, Elvis left and did not come back for an extended stretch, even though Priscilla had delivered their child. Their marriage had lasted for several years prior to their eventual separation in 1972. Despite the challenges they faced, Priscilla stood by him, eventually agreeing to part ways amicably when he decided it was best for both of them. Throughout the process, she remained supportive, exhibiting grace under pressure, and demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. This speaks volumes about the kind of person Priscilla is: strong, understanding, and respectful of other people's decisions. It is said that even someone as confident and charismatic as Elvis Presley had moments of doubt and uncertainty. On his wedding day, the music artist was reported to have shed tears before taking his vows. Surrounded by the glitz and glamour of the occasion, his then-fiancée, Priscilla, noticed his unusual demeanor and asked if something was wrong. In response, Elvis simply stated, "I don't have a choice." This left Priscilla curious and wondering what could possibly be causing her fiancé's apprehension. Later, it was revealed that Elvis had been hesitant about marrying due to his concerns about being tied down. He cared deeply for Alberta Holman, the family's housekeeper, and felt conflicted about starting a family life with Priscilla. Despite these reservations, Elvis ultimately decided to go through with the marriage. The news of Elvis's pre-wedding jitters may come as a surprise to some, but it serves as a reminder that even those in the public eye experience relatable emotions and struggles. In the late 1960s, Elvis Presley's wife Priscilla found herself feeling increasingly isolated and overwhelmed. The couple had been married in 1967, but due to the demands of the music artist's career, they spent much of their marriage living apart. This temporal separation took a toll on Priscilla, who struggled with the constant media scrutiny surrounding her husband's life and career. Adding to Priscilla's distress was the pervasive rumor that Elvis had shed tears during their wedding ceremony, out of regret or reluctance to marry. Despite insisting that these reports were untrue, Priscilla couldn't help but feel hurt and confused by them. Making matters worse, she realized that she hadn't truly desired to be proposed to by the music artist in the first place. During this difficult period, Priscilla sought solace in dance classes, which led to a brief romantic involvement with her dance instructor. While she later expressed remorse for this affair, Priscilla felt at the time that she required something more fulfilling than what her relationship with Elvis provided. Their marital issues worsened when Priscilla and their young daughter, Lisa Marie, were left alone at their Graceland estate for extended periods, while the music artist pursued his professional endeavors. As his fame and success continued to grow, so too did the whispers regarding his alleged relationships with various co-stars and prominent females. These rumors ultimately compelled Priscilla to cease reading newspapers altogether. Thus, Priscilla grappled with feelings of abandonment, betrayal, and isolation throughout her tumultuous marriage to Elvis Presley. Emotions heightened by the relentless glare of the public eye, and the persistent speculation concerning the music artist's personal affairs. In the midst of the height of his career, the music artist known as Elvis Presley faced intense scrutiny and speculation regarding his personal life, particularly surrounding his marriage to Priscilla. Ignorant and bold rumors circulated, irresponsibly suggesting that Priscilla's alleged pregnancy was the reason behind their nuptials, a claim that lacked any basis in truth. Such malicious gossip added fuel to the fire, causing strain and turmoil in the couple's relationship. Sadly, after just 4 years of marriage, Elvis Presley and Priscilla made the difficult decision to part ways, finalizing their divorce in 1973. Despite the challenging circumstances, the two managed to maintain a sense of decorum throughout the process. As they exited the courthouse together upon completing the divorce proceedings, they displayed mutual respect by holding hands, signaling a commitment to remain amicable despite their separation. Their shared focus on raising their daughter served as another testament to their continued connection. During these trying times, the music artist's health began to rapidly decline. His battle with drug addiction took a devastating toll, resulting in multiple instances where he overdosed on barbiturates. These episodes included a harrowing incident during which he fell into a coma for 3 grueling days, highlighting the severity of his deterioration. With both his personal and professional lives marred by hardship and controversy, Elvis struggled to regain control of his once thriving career and family life. After his divorce from Priscilla in 1973, the music artist's relationship with his ex-wife remained strong. Despite the end of their marriage, their mutual respect and support for each other persisted. Elvis reportedly played a significant role in helping Priscilla establish her first clothing store, demonstrating his continued commitment to her success. Living with the king proved challenging for Priscilla, who often felt like they were better off as friends than romantic partners. Many speculated that external pressures led them down the path of matrimony, But Priscilla disagreed. She recalled their early days together, and the tumultuous journey they shared, acknowledging that she could never have anticipated such hardships when they first fell in love. Even after parting ways romantically, Elvis valued the unconditional affection Priscilla still held for him. Their post-divorce friendship stood as proof that true love can surpass marital boundaries. Through thick and thin, these two individuals navigated fame, fortune, and personal struggles, while maintaining an undeniably profound connection. Meanwhile, Priscilla shared her thoughts on their wedding, noting that many people perceived it as sudden. However, she clarified that she and the music artist had been discussing marriage over time. The day he proposed was not the first time the idea had been mentioned, nor was there any rush in their plans. They had been dating and living together for about 7 years, creating a strong bond. Yet, she admitted that their cohabitation was not viewed positively at the time, as it could lead to pressure. After their marriage, she noticed that while he often traveled for work, he sometimes missed important events. This created a dilemma for him. On one hand, he wanted to pursue his career, while on the other hand, he wished to be there for her. It became quite normal for him to be away for weeks, returning home only to leave again shortly after. This pattern highlighted the challenges they faced, balancing love and career. Priscilla, Elvis Presley's wife, faced challenging times adjusting to their separation. She admitted that it was tough for her to comprehend and accept the situation. Despite her disappointment, she tried to stay positive and hoped that things would improve. Priscilla even thought that maybe things would eventually work themselves out. Living alone frightened Priscilla, so she chose to stick with her husband's decision, hoping for a better future. She took each day as it came and remained optimistic, despite the circumstances. Although she struggled initially, Priscilla learned to cope with the situation, finding strength in her resilience. The famous couple's relationship dynamics were complex, with highs and lows throughout their marriage. However, when Elvis Presley decided to part ways, Priscilla had to find the courage to move forward. With little choice but to face her fears, she carried on, taking life one step at a time. Through all the upheaval, Priscilla held on to her belief that happiness could still be found amidst change. Even though her life had taken an unexpected turn, she knew she wasn't doomed to loneliness forever. Instead, she looked ahead and embraced the possibilities that awaited her, focusing on creating a fulfilling life for herself. As Elvis Presley's fame continued to rise, so did the number of female admirers vying for his attention. This constant stream of flattery made Priscilla increasingly anxious, causing her to feel compelled to accompany the music artist wherever he went. She even accompanied him to dental appointments, feeling as if every woman in the world had their sights set on him. Despite Priscilla's best efforts to keep an eye on the ever-present female distractions surrounding Elvis, she found herself unable to quell her fears. No matter where they went or what they did, it seemed that women were always eager to catch the attention of the famous musician. The constant barrage of feminine attention took its toll on both Elvis and Priscilla's relationship, creating tension and mistrust between them. Despite these challenges, however, the couple remained together until Elvis's untimely death in 1977. Throughout his career, Elvis Presley faced numerous obstacles and temptations, but none quite as persistent as the never-ending parade of female fans seeking his affection. For those close to him, including Priscilla, this unrelenting wave of interest proved difficult to navigate and ultimately contributed to the strain on their relationship. Entertainer Elvis Presley's marital life was far from smooth sailing. His wife, Priscilla, soon discovered that being married to the music artist came with its unique challenges. She found herself sharing him with hordes of adoring fans who almost idolized him. This constant attention and admiration led to numerous marital issues, causing emotional distress for Priscilla. Priscilla often felt like she was playing second fiddle to his legion of female followers. In interviews, she admitted to feeling more like a fashion accessory than a partner, always dressed according to the singer's preferences. He even instructed her on what kind of makeup to wear and dictated her behavior through one-on-one lessons. These actions significantly influenced Priscilla's personality during their time together. The young bride gradually lost her individuality while trying to fit into the mold created by her husband. Despite these struggles, they managed to stay married for 6 years before ultimately deciding to part ways due to irreconcilable differences arising out of their tumultuous relationship.